All right. Hello, everybody. Hopefully, you can hear me. Hopefully, you can see me. We're here to do a little bit of OCS top four action, semifinal action for the online championship series here between Sam Tashima and Timo Dusel. Hopefully, in the next couple minutes, someone will tell me that we're live and you can hear me. In the meantime, I'm just going to talk. Hello, my name is Bill Kafer. You may know me as Taco Bill, frequent commentator here for the PC, previous OCS participant, OCS Top 16 qualifier. Getting ready to give you some high level Star Wars CCG action here between, like I said, Sam Tashima and Timo Dusel. The players are getting ready now. I've talked to both. They're both getting ready. Game should be posted very soon. You'll see Sam Tashima, the 3 seed, coming into this, qualified as the 3 seed. And then Timo Dusel, who originally qualified as the 8 seed, coming into this as the 7 seed. Sam having moved past, let me pull up my bracket here just to make sure I don't make any mistakes. Having moved past first-time participant Bill Pittman in the first round, and then first-time participant Jeff Levine in the second round to get to the semifinal here. And then Timo Dusel moving past multiple-time world champion Joe Olsen in the first round, and then past multiple-time OCS top 16 participant Gavin Orland in the second round to get to this point. The players have posted in chat they are good to go, so I expect to see this game posted very soon. Would love confirmation I'm live and someone can hear me. Thank you. I've got a little bit of inside baseball for you here. I know that Sam is choosing to play light side first, so that's why I've already got it up here on the screen. And then Timo playing dark side, of course, and we're into the game here. So here we go. I'm not muted as far as I know. Someone tell me if I am. All right, so we're going to get some matchups here, right? So Sam Tashima choosing light side first, playing what looks to be Obi Communing. Thank you, and Rabbit. I don't actually know your actual name, but thank you. I know you streamed the other day. I hope to do as well as you did. So Sam Tashima choosing light side first, going with the Obi Communing here. Thanks, Eddie. And a hoorah to you. I know we're a couple days late. I was Air Force, not Marines, but knew a lot of Marines. Sam Tashima going with the Obi Communing here, starting what looks to be a pretty standard start with Walkling, I Must Be Allowed to Speak, and I expect this to be I Can't Believe He's Gone, which it is. So kind of a little bit of an evolution on the Obi Communing here, kind of moving towards what Team 5 has played a little bit more, what Tom has played a little bit more with the starting the I Can't Believe Is Gone as opposed to a Sator Kalfas virtual. Maybe playing the Luke Rebellion's Hero as opposed to a Master Luke. Maybe you'll see some of those guns, right? You might see Leia's blaster rifle. You might see Luke's hunting rifle, right? As opposed to, Luke's lightsaber, Anakin's lightsaber, things like that. Timo opting for Agents of Black Sun here, and also what appears to be a pretty standard start for Agents of Black Sun in this day and age with the open format. Starting Wipe Them Out, all of them, Shadows of the Empire, and Quietly Observing. The 2 aliens he revealed with Quietly Observing are Mara Jade with lightsaber and Dr. Evasion combo. So also pretty standard, I think. Snap judgment on this game. I do think Obi Communing is slightly advantaged in this, but it wouldn't be more than something like a 60-40, right? So I think well, all right, I'm reassessing in real time here, and I apologize. So one of the things that Obi Communing did well was you could throw Master Luke down to Coruscant, and that's very tough for Agents of Black Sun to deal with. But I think this version is going to be playing the Luke Rebellion's Hero rather than the Master Luke, so it might be a little bit different. It's still going to come down to different battles. We've seen a couple of these matchups recently. I know I casted one for the Endor Grand Prix a couple weeks back, where we saw Hayes Hunter on the Obi Communing beat, I forget who it was, on the Agents of Black Sun. I think it was Steve Brenson on the Agents of Black Sun. That Cantina drain, that Cantina shuffle, that recurrence of a character from I Can't Believe He's Gone is very strong. So very tough for for Agents of Black Sun here to kind of get Luke off the ground, especially, and then also just, take over some of those locations. So Teemo is here deep in his turn 1. He activated 4, was able to use the Coruscant Imperial City text to get a Vigo Virtual, the Vigo Virtual to get a Coruscant Xizor's Palace site, and then the Xizor's Palace itself to get the Soar. Also used 1 force to get the Imperial Square with Shadows of the Empire. Is going to move both of his ISB agents over for free to the Xizor's Palace and flip his objective. So he's going to start, if Sam doesn't do anything here, start causing damage from turn 1 on. So pretty strong start. We see both players have pulled some shields. So Allegations of Corruption and Fanfare Virtual for Teemo. That Fanfare is going to grab Xizor's Bounty. So that's going to make any attack that Sam makes early in the game a little tough to attack. And then Sam has pulled a tragedy has occurred, the Goldenrod Shield, and Do or Do Not. So that's kind of hedging against an early Emperor for free to the Imperial Square, and then also an expected, Sense or potentially Alter for Teemo here. So Sam's taking his turn 1 here. He's going to activate 7 on his turn 1. Large Porg, thank you for joining us. All right, so Sam is grabbing out a couple sites. So he grabs Tatooine Mos Eisley with Master Kenobi Virtual. Is going to use I Must Be Allowed to Speak Virtual to grab a farm. Teemo pulling the Imperial Detention Shield here. That's going to prevent Sam from using the I Must Be Allowed to Speak text to search his use pile unless he deploys to a Jabba's Palace site or a farm. Sam playing a little cautious here. Maybe not the best opening hand. Maybe not 7 force is maybe not able to do what he wants with just 7 force. So he's going to pull Battle Plan here. We'll probably see him draw a couple cards and then pass his turn. I said that, and then I stand corrected almost immediately. So here comes Leia Rebel Princess to the farm. He'll get a used pile search here. That's a fairly strong play. We'll probably see him move over to Mos Eisley here. Leia is tough to attack into for a Agents of Black Sun deck. They don't run any Imperials beyond Emperor Palpatine, who, is not going to be able to deploy to her site. So Sam seemingly banking on the fact that Teemo may not have any droids in his opening hand to be able to attack into her. And then able to get that use pile pull. And then we do see him draw a couple cards after that. Jerry went in the chat. Hello. The newest new ally. Tournament advocate Chris Schoenthal in the chat. Hello. It is beer clock. I mean, realistically for me, still being unemployed, it was beer clock, an hour or two ago. All right, so Teemo here on turn 2, activating 12 force plus the one he has saved, so that gives him a 13 force to work with. He's going to ping 1 with Agents of Black Sun. Sam loses Free Ride and Endor Celebration from reserve deck. Choosing not to drain, so that battle plan was a good play here. Jerry went in the chat asking what are thoughts about this matchup. So I kind of gave a little bit of thought at the beginning. I do think Obi-Wan Communing is slightly advantaged. It's going to depend on the build. I do think that Sam's build is trending towards a Luke Rebellion's hero rather than a Master Luke, so that is a couple points in Teemo's favor here. But I still think that the Obi Communing is advantaged in this matchup. Probably a 55 or 60% win rate. I would think when you get to this level of Star Wars, though, right? So OCS top 4, both these players are very familiar with both of these decks. Really could go either way, and it really could go depending on how they built the decks. That will have a bigger impact than the matchups itself. So Teemo here, not much on his turn. Did play a masterful move to go grab a Gick, so prevented from any kind of beatdown, especially with that Sizor's Bounty as well. He did just draw a couple cards and save 8 force. He drew up to about 14 cards, and then is putting one back to look at his force pile. So it's an interesting strategy. I mean, you feel pretty safe as the dark side player here with Prince Sizor and Vigo. And that Sizor's Bounty and that Gick, right? So nobody's going to beat you down. It's just a matter of what are you drawing for, right? And I think for Teemo, it's to be offensive, especially Teemo. Teemo is a more aggressive player, I think, than average. I don't think that's a bad thing to say or an incorrect thing to say. So Sam's going to have a little bit of work cut out for him, but also having that layout is also a very strong play from Sam on turn 1. He can move to Mos Eisley this turn, hopefully back that up with a Luke to flip Teemo back, and that'll be a strong play as well. So Sam here activating, I believe it was 11 on his turn, is going to pull Jabba's Palace Entrance Cavern with Master Kenobi. He's going to drop Rey to Mos Eisley, so he'll get a use pool from Rey. And it's interesting he went just Rey, as opposed to, you know, somebody else first to get more cards in that use pile. Carl in the chat, over-under on the number of times hidden weapons will be played is set at 1. Anyone taking the over? Man, I'm going to take the push on 1. I think 1 is the right number. Sam here playing I Don't Like Sand from hand, so then he's going to stack Sabine Wren and R2 and Red 5 on I Don't Like Sand, so I think that confirms to me that this is pretty similar to a deck that Greg Shaw played at the Ohio Mega Worlds. I think he played it both days. I think this is more based on the Saturday version than the Sunday version, so that list will be posted, and maybe posted already. I think it's a list that Greg took from Tom, took from Justin, took from Hayes Hunter, right? It's just kind of a collaboration of all of the Obi Communing decks that have been played in the last couple months. Definitely tilting more towards the Tom style with that Sabine and that R2 and Red 5. I think they should be posted already, Chris. Alright, so we saw Sam take his turn. He put down Rey, he put down that I Don't Like Sand, and he moved Leia over and then drew a couple cards, saved 3 force, and ended his turn. Teemo now taking his turn, activating 13 force, plus that 8 he had saved, plus that 1 he activated from Wipe Them Out. So has a lot of force active. Is going to ping 1 here with Agents of Black Sun. Is going to pay 3 force to drain for 1 as well. And Sam lost both from reserve deck a Leia Rebel Princess, a second Leia Rebel Princess, and a Luke Skywalker, the Rebellion's Hope. Teemo now paying 5 force for the Emperor Palpatine to come down to the sewer. That's going to set him up to be able to do Shadows pings. He's going to pay 4 force to put Cad Bane down to the Jabba's Palace Entrance Cavern, which will turn on those Shadows ping now that he occupies 3 battlegrounds. He will do that Shadows ping after looking at his force pile, so he knows what he's getting here with the first card. That Shadows ping is going to force Sam to lose 1 force, and he loses an Owen and Beru from reserve deck. Thank you, Berm. I knew that was going to come into play at some point. I will move that. Let's put it right here for now. And if that does block, continues to block, please let me know. Looks like that's all Teemo's going to deploy. He's moved into his battle phase where he's looked at the top 3 cards of his reserve deck. Going to play a Cold Feet here for a defensive shield and grab Secret Plan, so still 1 shield available for Teemo. Sam already busted, already has 4 defensive shields out. Though I don't expect anything crazy from this Black Sun deck. Teemo's gonna, I think he drew a couple cards. Let me double check. Yeah, it looks like he drew at least 2 cards, I think 3 cards. And then passed his turn, saving 4 force, activating 1 with wiped him out, so he has 5 force saved. Sam activating 12 force on his turn. The start of his 3rd turn here. I think so far the tempo of this game has to be in Teemo's favor. He's been able to set up kind of unmolested so far on Coruscant with a fairly light set of characters, right? He's got Prince Sizor and Vigo. He's got Emperor over there just by themselves. And then he's got Cad Bane by himself as well, holding that Gick, holding that Sizor's bounty still. So it'll be up to Sam here to kind of change that narrative. Here is Unita to Jabba's Palace. That's going to get him back a Luke Rebellion's Hope from hand, or from Lost Pile, excuse me. Excuse me again. Down comes Chirrut Imwe for 4 force. Here is that Luke, presumably the one he just grabbed with Unita. So Luke Rebellion's Hope for 3 force to the entrance cavern. He's going to get the bounty. So Sizor's bounty here preventing him from battling for remainder of turn. And if that character leaves table or is captured, Teemo will get to peek at Sam's hand, retrieve 1 force, and then lose this effect. Man, that logo is going to be a problem. We're going to cover half of Bill's face here, and it'll be fine. Here is Master Kenobi to pull a Battleground. I know someone in the chat, I'm pretty sure it was Berm, mentioned that he liked Teemo's chances if Sam didn't play Tatooine, but here comes the Tatooine system. That lets me put the logo back up top here. Here is Lando Scoundrel, also to the entrance cavern. We'll get him a second pull with I Must Be Allowed to Speak. Interesting play here. So Teemo is going to play Ellis Hellrot from hand to transport Cad Bane to the Sizor's Palace because it will be end up being free regardless of what he draws. He draws a 3. That cost is going to be 0 because he is moving to Sizor's Palace where Black Sun Ages move 2 here for free. And that includes Ellis. And that Ellis does go through. Sam does not grab the Ellis. Down comes Luke's hunting rifle onto Luke. So Luke's hunting rifle, I believe, is a blaster. Oh, never mind. It's not a blaster, but Luke works with any blaster or rifle. So that will satisfy that condition. That allows him to shoot at +2. When hit by Luke, target is forfeit 0, and Sam will get to retrieve a force. We can also fire undercover spies. And we did see that Teemo is playing U3PO, so that we might see U3PO go over to, Mos Eisley as opposed to the Entrance Cavern over here. Luke's bionic hand also came down, so Luke is now immune to what, less than 6, I believe, so less than 4 from his text, +2 from the bionic hand. And yeah, I think that's a good play from Teemo, right? So he kind of drew a lot of Sam's heavy hitters into this 1-1 site that is separated from the rest of its sites by a 2-0 where he can't drain. I think it's a good play. DVP himself. I absolutely would have grabbed that Ellis. That's one of those cards that I think you need to either cancel or grab anytime it gets played, right? And so I know Sam is probably playing quite a mercenary. Didn't have it in the hand at this point, presumably. I definitely would have grabbed it. I don't know what he's holding out for. It could be something like Voyeur that he's holding out to grab, but I definitely would have grabbed that Ellis. All right, so Timo's turn here. He's going to activate 15 Force. No more pings this turn because he is back on the 0 side of his objective. He's going to pay 6 Force to put Guri down to the farm. And then also pay 6 Force to put Fallion's Fist to Tatooine. And that's an interesting play, I think, because usually we see Fallion's Fist go to Coruscant. You get the extra +1 drain at the uplink station here. If the Fallion's Fist is at a related system. Man, the logo is going to kill me every time. I might just put it right here and just forget about activation, and I'll just tell you if you ask me. So Fallion's Fist going to Tatooine is interesting to me. Not a play I would have thought about making. But it does set him up for a drain of 2, and if you think that Sam's space is mostly anchored by Luke on R2 and Red 5, you could feel pretty comfortable here. And you get a drain of 2 as opposed to a drain of 1 at the Coruscant system. I do believe he pinged here. Let me double check and make sure. Yeah, so did ping with Shadows once he deployed to that 3rd battleground. Sam lost an escape pod combo. Sam here on his turn activating 15 Force. Emperor is going to go ahead and pull a Force Lightning from reserve. And so we see a little bit of aggression here from Timo, which is a surprise to me. No, it's not. Is going to move just Cad Bane over by himself. Has the Emperor here by himself. Zizor and Vigo. And then also that Fallion's Fist with just the Guri on there. I mean, Guri's pretty strong on that ship, right? It's immune to less than 8, so you're going to need to find a all wings combo to spin to get past that 8. Potentially, and that's you'll still need to be able to draw 2 Destiny to get there. Kedwall in the chat mentioning Leia's transport will just be shot, so he's probably expecting a laser cannon battery to be deployed on that Fallion's Fist. I think that would be an interesting play. I don't know that it's in 100% of Black Suns, but it's definitely a card you need to look out for. All right, so Sam here kind of trying to figure out what he's going to do on his turn. All right, and like I said, he still needs to flip that narrative, right? Last turn he tried to, beat down on that Cad Bane, but he did Ellis away. So this turn, he's going to try to go to space. So here's Han, Chewie, and the Falcon. Here is Captain Hera. And just 4 Force left for Sam, so this may just be, let's get in front, let's satisfy battle plan, let's deploy this Cantina that he deploys, and start to set up that Cantina shuffle to be able to drain for a couple extra. Here is Scanner Techs on the Tatooine system. So Scanner Techs here. Deploy on a location at same battleground. Opponent may not cancel or reduce your force drains here. Probably not going to have to worry about that. You initiate battles here for free. If you just initiate a battle, may draw top card of reserve deck. And then What I think is the reason for deploying this here is total battle destiny and forfeit values may not be increased here. Alright, so Sam is going to battle into this Fallion's Fist here. With 5 cards down, I don't think he's necessarily tracking anything, but I think Greg pointed out in the chat that a 7 and what is the 7? You said a card, and I can't remember what it is. Track 7 and okay, yeah. So to be able to add one with I can't believe he's gone would be great. I don't think he's tracking the 7 yet, but we'll see. So Sam did battle. Teemo reacted with Greedo for 2 force, but Greedo did get barriered, and barrier did get grabbed. Sam has a rebel there, so he's going to use 1 force to add 3 to power with I can't believe he's gone. And then going to draw Battle Destiny, which is a 3. Excuse me, that's a Power Destiny for a 3. And then Battle Destiny, which is a 1. That's going to get Jedi Levitationed to redraw that. Draws a 2 instead. And I think add 1 there. So total battle destiny of 3. So total power 17 for Sam. Teemo has 8. He's going to draw a 4 for battle destiny. So Han Chewie will be immune. And it'll be 17 to 12 here. So a difference of 5. Both players are immune. Teemo could lose Guri here, which he does, and that will satisfy everything. Berm, do you think Sam is going to run to Coruscant? I don't know. I think he feels pretty safe here with just Han Chewie and Hera. Yeah, so losing Guri versus losing 5 force there was I thought it was an interesting decision. Interesting decision. God, I'm not moving the logo anymore. I thought it was an interesting decision. Teemo did not. Teemo was very quick to lose Guri. I would have thought about that a little more because Guri is one of the ways that you can protect against, you know, multiple destinies being drawn. All right, so Teemo here activating, 19 force on his turn. That's a lot of force. Is going to be able to drain because he has Fallion's Fist on table, so he's satisfying battle plan. So drains for 1, 1, and 1 at Coruscant. Sam losing Han Chewie and Falcon V, Leia's Blaster Rifle, and Rey, all from reserve deck. Here comes Afra. A lot of you pointed that out in the chat. So Afra to the Cantina will allow him to pay 1. Nope, not even pay 1 because Sam did not pull Imai. We'll be able to retrieve 1 force if it's a droid, and we do know he has a droid. So retrieves Guri into hand. Guri comes back to the Fallion's Fist. Here is Boba Fett with Blaster Rifle down to Mos Eisley. Now I wonder what he's going to do. So he's got 8 force left, Teemo. Here comes P-59 as well. And he is going to start a battle here. And there is hidden weapons, so put the counter at 1 for hidden weapons. So hidden weapons targeting Ray. Going to draw a 5, which means Ray will be hit. We'll retain her forfeit, though. I don't think Sam is going to have a play here. He's going to activate one with I Can't Believe He's Gone. P59 is going to shoot at Leia Rebel Princess. Draws a 4. So another interesting decision here for Sam if he wants to use the Obi's Hut to reduce it, and he does. So Leia will not be hit. But now Boba's going to be able to shoot with impunity here. Sam doing a communing peek. Boba is going to target Leia. Draws a 4 because it's aura and she's +2 from quietly observing. So she's going to be captured, I believe. That's how that one works. Oh no, Destiny +2, target is hit, forfeit 0, or forfeit -3, and opponent loses 1 force. Okay, but it's all moot anyway because Sam plays I Think I Can Handle Myself to cancel the Destiny. Ray is going to draw the bottom card of Force Pile, which he did move there with his communing peak. Here is Sand to take a card into hand, going to take Sabine Wren into hand. I think that second copy is in the lost pile right now, Chris. So Destiny draws here. Oh, wow. Teemo draws a 7, Imperial Artillery, which I think confirms, I think it was Ketwall earlier who said that probably a laser cannon battery. And then a 3 for Sam. So it's going to be 16 to 10 in favor of Teemo here. 16 to 11 in favor of Teemo here. So Teemo will have to lose Boba Fett. Sam will have to lose Rey. And Leia and P59 will stay at the site. Teemo using 1 force to move P59 into the cantina, along with Dr. Chelly Afra. And then we'll save 1 and recirculate. Alright, so Sam here starting his turn 5. Starting with 15 cards down, 10 in hand, while Teemo has 27 cards down and 10 in hand. Sam will activate all 15. Going to drain 1 at Mos Eisley and then drain 1 at the entrance cavern as well. Teemo is going to lose a Force Push combo. Force Push and Pod Racer Collision from his reserve deck. And then, draining 2 at the entrance cavern, I believe, because Lando's there. Oh, nope, just drain +1. So Teemo losing Emperor Palpatine and a Dark Time for the Rebellion combo. Here is a Jedi Levitation, lost, to take a character into hand from Lost Pile, so maybe that's how we'll get the Rey out. Does take Rey. And yeah, Jerwin in the chat pointing out that Chirrut is on table and Sam will be able to recirculate at some point during his turn. Chirrut has game text. That's a good reminder. Here is Ray into space. Here is Leia's resistance transport also into space. Sam's going to use Communing to peek at the top card. Sabine also coming down into space on the Leia's resistance transport. Chirrut is going to go ahead and recirculate here. Teemo is going to draw one with shadows. Here's a double back from Teemo to take something into hand from reserve deck. Grabs Forlom Virtual. And we see a battle here from Sam. So here's Scanner Text. Will allow Sam to draw the top card of reserve deck. Sam is going to use, I can't believe he's going to activate one force. Also going to use one force to add 3 to his total power with Master Kenobi. And then the players are drawing Destiny. So here's a Power Destiny for Sam. That's a 3. And a Battle Destiny for Sam, which is a 1, which is a little unfortunate. Hera will redraw the 1. Draws a 2 instead. So we're going to be 19 total power here. Teemo gets 1 Destiny. It is a 4. So going to be 12 total power here. So Sabine does not kick in, right? Because we need 2 rebels. Or not 2 rebels. But Teemo is down by 7. And Sam has to lose 4 and forfeit. So Sabine goes for Sam. And then for Teemo, he's got to figure out what to do with 7 battle damage here. So Guri is forfeit 7. Garrido's forfeit 4. Does choose to lose Guri here to cover all 7. I don't think you can shuttle up Lando because Lando's at an interior site. So yeah, Sam ends his turn there, pays 1 to keep Lando around. And then passes to Teemo. So Teemo here starting his turn with 23 down, 11 in hand. Sam starting this turn with 13 down, 9 in hand. Teemo activating 19 force here, plus the one he had saved, so that's 20 force to work with. It is both an interior-exterior, you are correct. Teemo going to drain for 1, 1, and 1 on a Coruscant for sure. Sam losing an R2 and Red 5 from hand, a Luke Rebellion's Hope from hand. And a Yoda Master of the Force from used pile. Teemo's going to check his 3 destinies here. Down comes Jango Fett. So no drain of the Cantina for Leia to cancel. Down comes Jango Fett. Down comes that Forlom, which we saw him pull last turn. Here is Mara with lightsaber as well. So Teemo trying to go for it here. We'll spend 1 to battle. Here is the hidden weapons. That's number 2. Put it on the counter, the overhit. Draws a 4, so I believe that means Leia is hit. I will double check. Yes, Leia is hit. Sam could activate 1 here, and he does. Forlom will make Leia power -1. I am questioning this play a little bit of the hidden weapons. I think you just swing with Mara and make Leia forfeit 0. You're already up 11-3. You'll be able to pop the Forlom to make it 11-2. He'll be able to pop, I can't believe he's going to make it 11-5. So I probably would have just swung instead of the hidden weapons, but it's not a bad play for sure. Does use Forlom here to put a card down, draw a card, and then draws Destiny, draws a 2. So 13 total power for Teemo. And a 3 for Sam, so 8 total power for Sam. So Sam will just have to lose Leia. And someone in the chat correctly pointed out that the revival text on I Can't Believe He's Gone has not been used yet. So could see a revival here of Leia. So the battle ends, and we do see a revival. Yeah, Jerwin probably correctly pointing out that Teemo probably trying to hidden weapons to capture or make Leia immediately lost so that he could not be revived. Or so that Leia could not be revived. Teemo will draw a card with Shadows of the Empire, and Sam will lose a Run Luke Run from hand. So Jango Fett will shuttle up to the Felling's Fist. And Mara will also shuttle up to the Felling's Fist. And then Teemo will draw. So draws 2 cards, saves 3 force, ends his turn with 21 down, 10 in hand. Sam's going to start his turn with 12 down, 6 in hand, and a lot of ground to make up here. So activate 7 Force. Will Communing peak here at the top card. And then draw that card with a Ray. So clearly he's tracking better than I am, because I don't know what card that is. And then activates 3 more cards. So 9 active, 2 in reserve. For Sam, he's going to drain for 2 at the entrance cavern. Timo going to lose Aura Sing and First Light, both from reserve deck, and then activate a Force with Wipe Them Out. Sam will drain for 1 at Mos Eisley. Timo will lose a double back from hand. Here is Anakin into space aboard the Leia's Resistance transport. That'll get him another +1 to Destiny. And Captain Cassian Andor also aboard the Leia's Resistance transport. Here is a battle from Sam. So I'm a little confused by Sam. Oh, okay. So Sam now getting 2 Destinies because Captain Hera is with Mara. Sam's going to use 1 Force to add 3 to total power with Master Kenobi. So Sam is 17 power, a Power Destiny, and 2 Battle Destiny. Timo is 8 power and a Battle Destiny and a whole host of forfeit from a couple of those aliens on board. And we're going to draw some Destinies here. So the Destiny to power is a 3. Sam did only save 2 in his reserve deck, so he's only going to get to draw 1 Battle Destiny here, which is a 5, which becomes a 6 with Anakin, which is a total of, becomes a 7 with I Can't Believe He's Gone, and becomes a total of 8 with Rey. No, just kidding. It doesn't even become a total of 8 with Rey because Scanner Text is there. Timo draws a 4, and Cassian will use his text to cancel that. So it's going to be 27 to 8. Sam will be completely immune because there's no Destiny. Timo will have to lose 19 in difference. So 7 for Mara covers the forfeit. Django's going to cover 6. And you can search for a Boba Fett here. Did you find a Boba Fett? No Boba Fett to be found. So still 6 battle damage remaining for Timo. He's going to forfeit Greedo for 4. And then he's going to peel 2 cards. So a Force Lightning from hand and a Balatic from reserve deck. So Faline's Fist will survive. It's important to note he can't move away. Has no hyperdrive. Couldn't make it to 0 anyway. Timo's going to play a masterful move to look for a hologram, but did not find one, but does get to put back a 5. And Sam will end his turn here. He's going to have to put Lando out of play, most likely. Yeah, so Lando goes out of play. Sam ends his turn with 11 face down and 5 in reserve deck. Timo starting with 18 face down and 8 in hand. Does still get to drain for free because of the Fallion's Fist surviving. He's going to use the Shadows Ping here to draw top card of reserve deck. Sam will have to lose a card. So Sam loses Mandalorian Mishap from reserve deck. Timo's going to get to drain for 1, 1, and 1 at Coruscant. Oh, excuse me. He used the once per game text on the sewer to exchange an alien in hand for a non-spy Black Sun agent in Lost Pile. So he's choosing that right now. So he's going to exchange Aura Singh in hand with Balatik from Lost Pile. And saying he thought he was draining. So now he will drain for 1 at the sewer. Sam losing a dodge from reserve deck. 1 at the uplink station. Sam losing Were You Looking For Me from reserve deck. And 1 at Zizor's Palace. This is the beauty of not having a co-host, is that nobody can tell me that I'm pronouncing Zizor wrong. And Sam losing Neighborn from hand. So he did go get that Neighborn at some point. Not using it here. Losing it here from hand. Here is a second Boba Fett bounty hunter coming down to the entrance cavern, along with Dr. E combo. Probot coming down to Mos Eisley in front of Leia Rebel Princess. And we're going to see a battle here at the entrance cavern. Boba and Dr. E versus Chirrut and Luke. Chirrut is going to respond to this battle by peeking at the top card of Timo's reserve deck. And moves it. So then Timo will play a hidden weapon, so that's 3 on the counter. Draws a 4. He was targeting Luke, so Luke will be hit. And then Dr. E here can make him lost. That's going to trigger Zizor's bounty to look at Sam's hand. And allow Timo to retrieve a force Retrieves or Sing. Local defense combo here is going to get played, so Luke is not going to be operated on. He will stay. He retains his forfeit. So I think action's on Sam here, trying to figure out who he's going to shoot at with Luke's gun. First, he's going to activate one with I Can't Believe He's Gone. Also going to take R2 and Red 5 into hand off of I Don't Like Sand. And then going to use Luke's Bionic Hand to exchange for an interrupt. I feel like his best play would be to find like a mess, maybe. I don't know that anything's really going to swing the pendulum here, right? But a mess on Dr. E could make Timo have to burn that Gick. He exchanges R2 and Red 5 from hand with Jedi Levitation from Lost Pile. I don't think I've seen moments go lost. Unless I missed it. Luke's going to shoot Dr. E here. So Dr. E is going to get shot. Draws a 4. So he's going to be forfeit 0, and I think Sam gets to retrieve a force if he wants. We'll have to pay one to do so because of secret plans. Does not do so. Luke is going to add a Destiny to power. Sam's going to peek at his card with Communing. I think he's going to use that 1 to add 5 to power as well. I think he's trying to draw that Gick out. Or at least cause some damage. Yeah, so adds 5 to power with Luke. So 14 and a Power Destiny and a Battle Destiny for Sam. So he draws a 4 for the Power Destiny. So that's going to be 18 and a Destiny to Timo's 11 and a Destiny. So Timo draws a 4, so he's going to be 15. He can cover up to 21 with Boba Fett. Sam draws a 3, so he will be 21 total. So Timo's side will clear, and Chirrut will stand alone at the entrance cavern, I believe. Black Sun is going to flip back to the 7 side now that Luke is off the table. Timo's going to use Imbalance. Losing a barrier from use pile to retrieve Dr. E into hand. Timo can peek at 4 cards of Sam's reserve deck. It's any reserve deck, I believe, with the 7 side of Black Sun. Not some text you see used a lot to peek at the opponent's reserve deck. Timo drawing one card here. And recirculating, so finishing his turn with 18 down, 6 in hand. Sam starting his turn with 9 down, 4 in hand. Sam's going to activate 2, and then probably Communing Peak, put it to the bottom, and draw it with Ray. And then we'll continue to activate. So activates a total of 7, has 6 in force pile, 2 in reserve. We'll get to drain for 2 at the entrance cavern. Timo losing hidden weapons from hand and hidden weapons from reserve deck. Down comes a second Luke. So Luke to the entrance cavern. So that will flip Timo back to his 0 side. Sam will keep 2 active, so he can draw a Power Destiny and a regular Destiny. Here is I Can't Believe He's Gone to add, nope, to activate 1 force, so he's just going to have a Power Destiny here. Timo playing Masterful Move to put it back. Sam not grabbing it. Sam paying 1 to add 3 to power. Trying to force that Gick out. Draws a 4 for his Power Destiny, so he's going to be 21 power and no Battle Destiny. Timo draws a 7. A little unfortunate. So he's going to be 13 power, so he's down by 8. And Falling's Fist forfeits for 8, so that will just cover the battle damage here. Anakin Skywalker will go for Sam. The ship will go for Timo. So Timo now not able to continue to drain space. Has no space presence, right? We saw, what else have we seen from him? We saw First Light get drawn for Battle Destiny. There's probably a second Falling's Fist somewhere. Probably not a Zuckuss and Forlom and Mist Hunter, because we did see Zuckuss, Forlom with Gun. I thought Sam might shuttle some people down here to kind of reinforce ground a little bit, but we see Leia move away from Probot. And Han, Chewie, and Falcon, along with Rey and Hera, move over to Coruscant. Sam's going to put Walking out of play to retrieve Anakin, but Timo is going to play Imbalance to make Sam lose a card, so he loses Skywalkers from hand. So Sam set up decently well here. It just seems like a little bit too late. Timo will activate 14 here on his turn. Draw a card with Shadows to ping 1. He does have to pay for all his drains now. So that one will be, I think I can handle myself from Sam's reserve deck. Here is a no escape to get that Faline's Fist back. So that's going to be, that kind of puts a damper on everything here. Faline's Fist will go back to Tatooine. Balatique joins Faline's Fist here. Yeah, chat pointing out that the 7 is tracked somewhere. I don't know that it's the top card of reserve deck. I think it's 2 down. I think it's the bottom card of reserve deck right now. I certainly could be wrong. I don't know. Imbalance is on top of it. Maybe it is this one. We're going to see a battle here from Teemo. So Faline's Fist battling at Tatooine against Leia's Resistance Transport and Cassian piloting. Oh, imbalance is grabbed. Okay. Does draw the 7, so he's tracking way better than I am. Sam draws a 3, so he's going to be power 6. To Teemo's 15. Cassian's going to cover 7. So it could be Cassian and 2, or Cassian and the Resistance Transport. Oh, here's a 3. So we're going to take Corran Horn into hand. Or, excuse me, here's a Jedi Levitation. So we're going to take Corran Horn into hand. Teemo is immune to that 3. Cassian's going to forfeit for 7. That would have been plus 4. I think I missed something there. Does lose the Resistance Transport as well. So Teemo back in space now. We'll shuttle Balatique down. Oh, Cassian forfeits for 5. Sorry, I'm used to playing no idea. That's why I thought it was 2. Cassian forfeits for 5, not 7. So it was Cassian in 4, so he did lose the Resistance Transport. So Balatique shuttles down. Dr. Chelly moves over to Mos Eisley. And Sam will draw a card with Rey. So Sam's starting his turn with 7 down, 4 in hand. Teemo with 15 down, 4 in hand. Sam activating everything here. Teemo going to activate one with Wipe Them Out. And draw it with Shadows. So Sam's going to get a couple points of damage in here. He gets to drain for 2 at Coruscant, 2 at the entrance cavern, and 1 at the farm. So at least going to do 5 damage. So there's 2 at Coruscant. Teemo losing Masterful Move and Emperor, both from hand. 1 at the farm. Teemo losing a Dengar from reserve deck. And then 2 at the entrance cavern. Teemo losing Ellis and Emperor both from reserve deck. So down to 11 life force now for Teemo. Teemo has 11 down, 3 in hand, and Sam has 7 down, 4 in hand. So if you're Sam here, I think you abandon the Coruscant, right? So he's going to use 5 here. Put Anakin down in front of everybody at Mos Eisley. Block that drain of 2. And yeah, Sam's kind of in scramble mode, right? Like, you want to prevent Teemo from doing damage here. So you want to put that Anakin down at Mos Eisley. You're going to move the Leia over so that Mos Eisley drain will be a little less. He's not going to be able to drain there. He's not going to be able to battle in there or cause any damage, right? He's going to move the Falcon back to Tatooine so that Fist can't drain for 2. Teemo does still have that Gick in hand, so doesn't necessarily need to reinforce the Fist, but probably will anyway, because any battle that causes him to lose the Fist is going to make him pay to drain. So you definitely want to keep that option available. Sam is facing down at least 4 points of damage here from drains on Coruscant and 1 ping from shadows. But Teemo has kind of a tricky turn here, right? Because he has to both reinforce the Fist and prevent Sam from being able to Cantina Shuffle and cause either some damage or some drains. So here drains a Coruscant. Sam loses a Hoojix from hand. Sam loses R2 and Red 5 from reserve. And loses Corran Horn from hand. Here's the Shadows ping. That's kind of one of the bonuses that's working in favor of Sam here, is that Shadows ping, that extra 1 damage, does cause Teemo to have to take a card out of life force. So that is, while it's eating away at Sam's life force, obviously, it's also eating away at Teemo's life force. So that is at least a neutral for Sam. That Shadow's ping caused him to lose local defense combo from reserve. Here is Dr. E to reinforce in space. That 6 forfeit will go a long way. And then Teemo going to move some people around so Balatik gets shuttled up. That is Chelly also shuttled up. And then leaving Probot in front of the other 2. Interesting. Okay. So Teemo ending his turn with 10 down, 3 in hand. Sam starting his turn with 5 down, 1 in hand. Teemo going to wipe them out to activate 1 force. Sam's going to peek with Communing. And Sam activated down to 1. I would have thought about maybe doing double battles here, only activating 2 force. I don't know. Here is a drain for 2 at the entrance cavern. Tima's going to lose Emperor and Ig, both from hand. He now has 1 card in hand, and we're all reasonably certain it's the Gick. Leia has not done any cancels yet this game, and I don't expect her to do any. Yeah, so with 1 force in reserve for Sam, he's probably going to battle into Probot and ditch Anakin. Nope, here's Jyn Arso coming down in front of Cad Bane, so that'll block another drain of 1. Yeah, Justin, I feel like I am one of the only people who thinks that you should drain through Leia, because, like, I don't know, obviously it's 2 cards back, but when you get to this point, P59 has had the opportunity to drain for 4 or 5 times now, so would have been fine. So we do see a battle here, a free battle from Anakin and Leia against Probot. Sam draws a 4, which becomes a 5 with Anakin, and a 6 with I Can't Believe He's Gone. Teemo draws a 4. It is that laser cannon battery. Anakin will go for Sam. Probot will go for Teemo. So 2 overflow. And that Gick does get played. So Sam at least, I think, bought himself another turn here, right? So ends his turn with 5 down, 0 in hand. Teemo starts his turn with 10 down, 0 in hand. Immediately shadows, so he's going to get 1 in hand. And Sam will lose 1. It's going to be the Jedi Levitation that he just drew for Battle Destiny. Teemo will get to activate here. He's starting drains of 1 and 1 on Coruscant still. So activates down to 1. Drains at the sewer and at Zizer's Palace. And Sam's going to lose Grappling Hook Virtual and Perimeter Scan Virtual. U3PO comes down in front of Sam's drain of 2 at the entrance cavern. That's not fun. And then we have a battle on Coruscant. Sam's going to activate 1 with I Can't Believe He's Gone. Probably add 3 to power here. So no add 3 to power. Teemo draws a 4. It's that laser cannon battery, so power 8. Sam draws a 4, which he will add 1 to. Doesn't add 1 to. Doesn't matter. So that site will clear. Uses 1 force to move the Vigo over. Sam with no hand to do anything about it. And Teemo draws a card. and then recirculates. So Sam's starting his turn with 2 down, no in hand, 0 in hand. Timo has 8 down, 1 in hand. Sam's going to activate the 1. I think you do drain because you want more cards in your opponent's lost pile. I believe that's correct. Ray is going to draw one of those cards from bottom. Sam will drain for 1 at Mos Eisley. Timo will lose the Masterful Move from hand, which he could have put back anyway. And then we'll probably see Sam just draw this last card. So into battle, into move, into draw. Draws that card. All right, so Timo is going to win with 8 in Life Force and 30 in Lost Pile. Sam with 34 in Lost Pile. So that looks like the end of our game today. So the players will be playing game 2 tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, so about 23 hours and 40 minutes from now. I will be on the call again, so you can find me here at twitch.tv/FrimBasil. Also hosted on the PC site. You can see the conclusion of this match. The final match of the semifinals for the Online Championship Series this year. The winner will move on to face Justin Desai in the finals sometime in the next week or two, and we'll figure that out. So yeah, so 23 hours and 40 minutes from right now, I will see you. Thank you guys for joining me today, and have fun.